Just one, please. Right, okay. We're sorry. Let's welcome the number third presenter, Sanjana. Welcome. A very good afternoon to everyone. I'm Sanjana Parachaudhry. International education is the third highest export of Australia, and it contributes around 172 million in Northern Territory. Now, being the only university of Northern Territory, CDU attracts huge number of students, and we know that, right? So, but apparently from 2014 to 2016, CDU experienced a huge downfall, dropout in the international student. So that is something which motivated me with my study. So the literature, the earlier studies says that a student's satisfaction and academic efficacy actually impacts their dropout rate. And some common academic skills actually impact students' satisfaction with the institution and their academic efficacy. Based on this idea, we conducted one study, one survey among the international students of CDU, and among the 102 data from the participants, we found that students' adaptability to classroom culture, their digital literacy, their understanding and adaptability with the technology used in communication impacts students' overall satisfaction. Also, skills like research skills and their classroom participation impacts their academic efficacy. From the participants, around 28% was from the Faculty of Science and Technology. So we can say that Faculty of Science and Technology and also the overall CDU management can impact this, can use this data and bring these own strategies to incorporate and enhance the international students' learning experience and as well as retention rate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jana. Let's welcome the number 4 presenter, Carolina. Carolina, thank you. Welcome.
And let's keep 2 minutes for the.
For 2 minutes. Okay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carolina. So today I will present a project related to an e-commerce for Sister Girls, an indigenous community of transgender women in Tiwi. In times of AI, an e-commerce could not sound that interesting, but believe me, this project is. So the project has had 6 steps that you can see on the screen, following the methodology that requires constant involvement from the community members during their research. The first 2 stages were key to define the framework for the e-commerce site. After interviewing the community leader and the community liaison, as well as analyzing the tools available in the market, the decision was to create the site using no code, considering the limited skills, the digital skills the community has. The first version of the site was focused on showing Sister Girls' culture as well as their unique perspective regarding ecotourism using AI auto-generated text. After a field trip to Tiwi, we validated the prototype, the first version, with the community and gathered some feedback to improve that. The field trip had highlighted the need for digital skills in the community. So we successfully applied for a grant to do training workshops for community members. After that, we worked on the training material to ease the use of the site and also considering the ways Indigenous people learn. The results of the research were tangible for the community. So now they have an online shop using which they can use to improve or promote their culture, to have another income stream, and also they have tools to have a better understanding of digital tools. So although e-commerce is not new, what is innovative here is the approach to it, and also because the Sister Girls now can foster their digital skills, their digital and economic empowerment. And for software engineers, the relevance is to find a new pathway for career development using no code to increase the participation of vulnerable communities in the digital economy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Carolina. And let's give just 2 minutes to mark down the score.
To stand here, or would like to stand in the middle? If you stand in the middle, we are going to go.
Thank you, judges. Let's welcome Igu, who's gonna give our next presentation. And Benazir, please be ready for your next review. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Yiro and I will be presenting my project. Imagine this, you are in the middle of an important task on your computer, but suddenly it shuts down and your printers just malfunctions when you need it most. Or your fridge, it just stops working without your notice. Frustrating, right? So these failures are not just random. Our electric utilities are part of a complex and interconnected grid. And this grid gives us many benefits, but it also makes it vulnerable to the power grid power quality issues, which are arising from which are from like system failures and electricity theft or just electricity. And the examples I've given might sound like minor noise, but let's see go deeper to the technology. And the dashed lines are the basic our voltage, normal voltage ranges. And when deviation occurs, this is the consequences could be really serious. In hospitals, it could mean life or death, and in banks, it could compromise the transactions, and in manufacturing facilities, it could halt the production and cost thousands. So understanding and addressing these power quality issues are important. So this is where our thesis address steps in. And our first focus is voltage forecasting models. These models can forecast the voltage and give us the voltage, detect the power quality incidents in advance. And additionally, we have built anomaly detection models based on this. And the anomaly detection models can detect the attacks or the theft or the system failures in advance. So both our forecasting and anomaly detection models have high performance across multiple metrics. So this means increased power quality, and in conclusion, by utilizing data analysis and data analytics and AI, we are ensuring a higher quality of the power grid. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jihu. So let's give George 2 minutes to mark down the score. And Ben, as you can be ready, and Gan can be ready. I'm sorry to remind the competitors that there will be the time reminder over there. So there are 1 minute or 30 seconds and time out. So you can be reminded how much time you left. Yeah. Save, use this or save here.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Benasi Vishnu Mohan. Today, I'll be talking about how information system can improve cirrhosis care in our healthcare system. So before I jump into the IT part, I'll just start with the cirrhosis. What is cirrhosis? It's liver scarring due to the continuous damage. It's chronic, it's deadly, and it affects 1 out of 200 Australians every year. So you might be wondering how it affects our territory. In the Northern Territory, 5.4% of total population is affected by cirrhosis, making it the second highest chronic diseases in the territory. And for the Indigenous Australians, it's even worse because they get diagnosed late, leading to higher complications and even death. And in our territory, we have the highest disease occurrence compared to the rest of the Australia, putting its tremendous strain to our healthcare system and hospital administration. So with my research, what I tried to do was I developed a machine learning based system which would predict the cirrhosis survival rate, also identify the markers which would potentially impact the survival status. So here is how I worked. First, I collected clinical trial data. Then I cleaned it up. I did 9 feature selection method to identify the key markers which would affect the survival status. Then I developed 9 machine learning models to predict the survival status. And finally, I did the correlation analysis to identify how these markers are influencing the survival status. So now just jump into the results. I have developed machine learning models identifying 9 key markers. Running the machine learning models with only the 9 markers out of the 20 in my data set, it improved the percentage of performance by 4 to 6%. All my machine learning models have acquired high accuracy, more than 84%, and SVM even reached 97%. Also, I analyze the correlation to see how the markers are correlated or how it's influencing the survival status. So as you can see here, prothrombin, bilirubin, etc. are positively related, meaning to say higher the value, higher the chance of mortality. On the other hand, platelet, cholesterol, and albumin negatively related. Lower the value, higher the risk of mortality. And finally, I derived a mathematical equation which would exactly tell the ranges of prothrombin, bilirubin, and albumin. So my research proposes a high accurate system to speed up the clinical decision. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Benazir. Let's give 2 minutes to judge to mark down the score. And next presenter is Guyan. And Zanis, please be ready.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jack. Today, I'm introducing my software solution for real-time monitoring for Ramhart facility from CDU and Energy Reuse Resource Institution in NT. So you may heard about smart grid, and the future is smart city and IoT. So my research is focused on smart grids. So in NG, do we have any available solutions? Not yet, right? So we already have the CDU facility and Ramhart, they have good facility there. So I developed a solution to record the smart meter. So we understand why it's important when we have a smart grid, because it enhances the management of power quality and track down all the failures throughout the time. So why important when we have the real-time monitoring? So the benefit will have quick response whenever we have an issue. We will know what happened and we take the action from this. So in industry, we have a lot of software to support that ones, but in CDU, I want to build our solution to utilize CDU facility. It's comprising a smart grid, a secure network, a web application, and a database. My outcome will be a real-time monitoring. You can see a sample on the screen there. They display the spotting over there. The operator can easily to detect whatever happened. So the abnormalized sequence here, we can see the point out there is abnormalized data. So what is the impact when we have a solution here? It will contribute the industry data, real-time data, and also the actual data from new innovative solution from real industrial facility from Ramhart and CDU. So I think it beneficial for everyone, and also it bring more like real data for our students in Northern Territory to research about smart grids. We have the valuable pool for that data as well. So before I'm closing, I would like to say thanks to my supervisor, Sami, and Mr. Sam Mario for their supervising me and make opportunity to connect with Ramhart to get out the data. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for the presentation. So let's give just a minute to mark down the score. And Dennis can be ready. And the next one, Shiva.
Biddens. Yeah. Thank you.
think so. You can.
Right, so.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Very hot outside, and there are a lot of hot topics in here. And what is hotter than the IoT factor in this modern computer world? I am Sanit Devmani. My topic is IoT lightweight cryptography. This is a part of the research of Energy and Research Institute. There are about 30 million Raspberry Pi devices used in today's world, and it's rapidly increasing. And Raspberry Pi security is challengeable day by day. IoT devices, IoT cryptography is vital role of security of these Raspberry devices. If I say about IoT devices, IoT is Internet of Things, which is small size computers which are used for different type of applications. And cryptography is the process of scrambling plain text into unreadable text for security reasons. So we got a question. Is there a specific lightweight cryptography algorithms developed for Raspberry Pi or not? So we did a bibliometric analysis using 3 databases, Scopus, Web of Science, and IEEE Explorer, and use some tools such as ARM package and WASWeaver. So we found out a lot of interesting information and very important information. We made a journal including those information and published on published on one of the top tier article, and at the moment it's on the review. So we found out there's no specific cryptographic algorithms developed for Raspberry Pi devices in the world before. So we took this research gap into our research, and we start researching, developing a specific cryptographic algorithm for Raspberry Pi devices. At the moment, we have developed that algorithms using some of the statistical, mathematical, and computational methods. And our next stage is to implement this algorithm on some of the latest Raspberry Pi devices using Python. So what we plan to do, these findings we are going to publish as a contribution to the industry, as well as we are going to leave these findings in GitHub for further research and developments. So it's really important, as I said, it's first time in the world, and thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dennis. Thank you. And let's give Dr. Dennis mark down the score. And Sheila, you ready? And the next one is Matt Ami.
Do you know Australia is the largest exporter of sheep meat in the world, with agriculture and fisheries business contributing to 2.4% of Australia's GDP. While sheep and lamb are of such high importance to Australia, why do we grade them using not so great practices? The quality of the meat is highly dependent on the age of sheep. Currently, we employ a technique called dentition, in which we measure the number of insides the teeth of the sheep to estimate the age. Another technique is called ossification, where a visual examination of the backbone is conducted to estimate the age. But just as humans, the growth of bones is highly dependent on the nutrition. Not to mention that for ossification, we require skilled individuals to undertake the examination. Well, is there a better technique to do this? Yes, there is. The name of the technique is spatially resolved diffuse reflectance near infrared spectroscopy. Don't worry if you didn't understand anything. This is where I come in. The basic idea behind the technique is that by measuring the reflected intensity from the skin, we can estimate the age. This is because the scattering properties of the skin change due to reduction in cell density. Imagine a device just like your mobile phone that you can point at the sheep's skin and it can generate the age. Just like scanning a QR code. Now, if it's so simple, why haven't we done this before? Well, for the imaginary device to work, for it to output the age, it would require the reflected intensity as the input. For it to find the correlation, a lot of correctly labeled data is required to find the correct correlation between the reflected intensity and the age. By training a machine learning model, the best algorithm to train the machine learning model and to evaluate the model's performance. This is the part of my research, initial part of my research. The trained machine learning model is the part of future outcomes for my research. And before I finish, I want to leave you with this. One of the key areas for MP to become a $40 billion economy is innovation. And by my research, it can open a lot of commercialization opportunities for the supply chain in agriculture, which is also part of the territory's reconstruction plan. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiva. Thank you for the presentation. Let's give just 2 minutes to mark down the score. And that and me be ready. And the next one is Yanxi. Yeah, be ready. Okay.
You want to present the slide? you say? No. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'm excited to share my research on how AI can revolutionize the reliability of smart grids. So in the Northern Territory, you can see that more than 5,000 gigawatt hours of electricity was generated last year, and it was 6% higher than the previous year as well. So the consumption is continuously rising due to high temperature and population growth. Imagine if there is a blackout or electric equipment failure due to power quality issues like voltage fluctuation, frequency instability, or cyber attack in power grid. So the impact is not just only inconvenience, but it could be life-threatening and economic as well. This is why identifying these power grid anomalies is very crucial. To enhance efficiency and reliability, we looked into smart grids. These are sophisticated and integrated electricity networks that use advanced technology, bidirectional communication, and computational intelligence to promote renewable energy. CDU has a microgrid under the Energy Research Institute, and I had the opportunity to conduct my research using this microgrid data. First I started with collecting the data from a smart meter, as you can see, and then I cleaned the data very carefully and performed in-depth analysis, and then selected the feature based on my research and expert opinion. After that, I trained 6 anomaly detection algorithm. As you can see, random forest and XGBoost outperformed others, and I evaluated the machine learning models using various metrics like accuracy, precision, recall, and FON score on cross-validation data and testing data as well. So my model is actually performed exceptionally well with 100% accuracy, detecting all the anomalies with robust precision recall and FON score. Further testing with live data validated the model's robustness, highlighting the solution's effectiveness in power quality and anomaly detection capabilities. So at the end, I would like to thank you, my supervisor, Dr. Sami Azam and Dr. Mario, for their continuous support, and also like to thank Remar team for their contribution on the research project. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Amy. Let's give just 2 minutes to mark down the score. And Yanxi, be ready. And next, Tracy.
First, Medibank, Latitude. Do you know what these companies have in common? Right. They are among the most recent victims of data breaches in Australia. It's no longer breaking news. If you have ever received numerous scam calls, messages, wondering how your contact details got leaked. It's very likely that you have been a victim of a data breach. I know, because I myself was affected by the Medibank data breach last year, having to change my phone number, reset my password. For any of the affected individuals, what we'd love to know the most is what action we can take to protect ourselves. And the exclusive source of advice is from the very company in which we entrust our data through their data breach notifications. One caveat, it can't just be any notification. It has to contain one important element, transparency. Why? Because transparency enables affected individuals to take immediate steps to reduce their risk of harm from identity theft or scams. However, what do we know about the data breach notifications landscape in Australia? Actually, we know little to evaluate the contents, notification strategy being used by companies, if any, let alone their level of transparency. My research is to fill this gap. Through the collection and analysis of 100 data breach notifications, several fascinating trends emerged. For example, if you are to write a notification, the recipe is simple. Begin with a detailed explanation of the incident, followed by a responsive action to rectify the issue, and then either a commitment to security and transparency or a disclosure of the impacted data, with the overall sentiment being positive. I also found out that these notifications can be classified into 3 distinct types. Opacity, where companies reveal little to no information. Guarded, where some information got disclosed. And full transparency. With the help of machine learning, these transparency levels in a notification in the future can be predicted with up to 80% accuracy. Though transparency remains a debated issue, and my analysis can benefit from a larger dataset, it is my hope that through this research, we now understand better the data breach notification landscape in Australia, and companies are equipped with knowledge to enhance their notification practices. So next time a data breach occurs, individuals like you and me are well informed of the steps we can take to protect ourselves and mitigate the potential risk of harm. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Yanxi. And please give me just a minute to write out score. Thank you so much, judges. And next is Tracy and Sandy Kuma. Please be ready.
Difference than the SAP.
Hi everyone, I'm Tracy Tuchan, and today I will share with you something really close to my heart. I came to Australia 5 years ago, and most of the time I work in hospitality industry. And as for many students, international students like us, the hospitality industry is not only help us to pay rent, bill, grocery, but also help us to pay
tuition fee as well. As a worker in the industry, I have experience during the COVID time, and I have come to know and see the business have to change their operation to adapt with the difficult time during COVID time. And surprisingly, after COVID, I have seen so many business, they really successful. When the COVID lockdown lift, I came to Melbourne and I see that so many restaurants packed with people and grab my attention with the long queue outside. But on the other hand, I also see so many of the restaurants, they have to close down their business and close permanently. And I wonder what's the difference between them and how. And when I need to do my research, I wonder myself, how can I combine the two together? And I proposed to my supervisor, and he accepted it. And I'm really happy to take on this research. But at first, it's really difficult for me to find what are the successful restaurants and what are the failed ones. And one of the times when I need to organize a party for my friends, and I find out, oh, we can find out using Google Maps Street View. And then when I went to Google Maps, I can find what are the restaurants that are still operational during COVID, before COVID, and after COVID, and what are the restaurants they have to close down. And after analyze over 400 restaurants and collect 115 reviews from the Google View reviews, I use apply machine learning and run two different 4 algorithms. And one of my initial results showing that with 90% accuracy from random forest algorithm, is it potentially to look at the survival of restaurant during COVID time, survival of restaurant using the Google reviews. And one of the strong correlation between if the business have a website, is a Facebook page, Instagram, or the website. So they are present on social media, impact a lot to their survival. And the third one is there are no strong correlation between star rating and the survival of the restaurant. So it could potentially imply that the size of the business will affect it, but because of the size of the business, because of the time constraint of this project, so it could be a initial discovery and could be we could do further analysis about that. And that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tracy. Yes, just thank you, judges. Please mark down your score. Thank you so much for your effort. Next is Santi Kuma, and this is our last presenter.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself Sandeep Kumar from CDU and Energy and Research Institute. Today, I'm here to introduce my research project for solar radiation monitoring system, which is also titled as Dollar from Solar, and a seamless integration of nature and technology. Imagine a world where solar energy isn't just a power source, but a smart, interconnected solution shaping our future. In my research for sustainable energy solution, I use sun's power accurately. The research began with advanced tools such as a pyranometer, which measures sunlight, and another sensors that monitor temperature and humidity. All the sensors are connected with Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi is an IoT device, processes the data collected from the sensors and transfer it to the AWS cloud, where developed integrated algorithm studied. I also developed a front end to represent the data collected from the sensors in the graph form. So the information lets us predict where to get more sunlight to plant solar panels. So of course, yeah, generates more money. In addition to its real-time capabilities, my front end offers a unique feature of comparative analysis between months and years. This allows us to predict future environmental changes based on historical data and providing crucial insights into climate patterns. This technology finds purpose in remote areas as well, providing essential power where traditional sources fail. So in conclusion, it's a vision where every rays of sunshine translates into the environmental preservation and financial prosperity. Thank you everyone for your attention, and let's together adopt a solar powered future that benefits us all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sandy Cooper. This is all the competitors already present their research work, and thank you so much. And I really admire your research work because this is just my second semester. So I hope that I can also join the competition next year. So all your work is so inspiring, cover a lot of areas. It's so wonderful. I really can feel your passion for IT. We really hope that we can work together to make NT a better place to live with a lot of energy, a lot of IT, a lot of AI, a lot of stuff that make a difference to our ordinary life. Thank you so much. Let's take a 10 minutes break, and 10 minutes later, we will come back to the stadium and we're gonna announce the result later. Thank you. Thank you so much. See you 10 minutes later.
Yeah, we can have provide some feedback, or we can discuss feedback just to provide. I don't know. That's going to be hard to coordinate doing individual feedback. But general feedback about what separated the better ones from the poorer ones. If we can do that.
The problem we have in IT is probably not very good presentation. And you were trying to push them to come up with present.
Yeah.
Because you see them.
I think
they're very good together. Yeah. Yeah. Because I think they know there would be much more.
Yeah, I know.
That deal, so it's just consolidated. So, like, the biggest one.
All right, we gotta just, okay, let's just kind of go through, number one, what do you think of number one?
Because.
The risk of preterm birth. Risk of preterm birth.
I just have 4 top ones. Well, I said conflict, clear, enthusiastic, full-time background, less qualified, British in case.
I thought that there was a bit where I limited my research to these 2 factors, to for why.
Yeah.
Like you're working with computer science, you do a lot of factors at one time, right? So I didn't really understand that, and then we can explain.
Yeah,
Did you score with nine?
I did score.
Yeah, I scored them all. Yeah.
So I gave her 4 on the French content file and he gave me communication.
I just did overalls.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I gave her a 4. So do we want to do a table? So we can then work out what our aggregates are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can do that. Well, I don't have, enough 7 to go around, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so. So I'm gonna. Fancy.
Yeah, I go 7s.
Fancy. And. Eva. H.
Oh, yeah, it's 7s.
Tracy.
Okay, so sorry, can we say that again? You gave 7, I just wanted to do that again. You gave 7 to number 6, Benazir, yeah.
11 in G. And 12 Tracy.
How about you?
Okay, I gave 7s to 6, Benazir.
Mm-hmm.
And 11 Yinchi.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave Caroline before a 7 on one, a 6 on the other. 7 on,
6.5.
yeah.
And
I also gave Sam, Caroline, 2 6s.
13.
She was my.
Mm-hmm. Well, I gave number 6, that's Benazir, I gave her
Yeah.
7. What was that? Oh, the cirrhosis one, yeah,
Yeah,
that was good.
really good.
That was clear and it was obvious it had good impact. I also
Yeah.
gave Shiva, which was the predicting sheep,
Oh, yeah.
number 9. Yeah.
I didn't like that one so much.
I thought he
I thought it was actually, it was the end. The sort of. No. That's okay.
I liked his presentation stuff,
Yes.
Q&A
Yes, yeah, that was really
stuff,
good.
and
But
also-
makes it really well.
you know,
Yes.
when he explained what we used to do with the
Yeah.
sheep and the
Yeah.
teeth and the bones, and now we can do
Yeah.
this.
That was
Okay, well, that would work well. I mean, none of them really explained
You only got 3 minutes.
none of them explained any of the coding, or listen to the code bit. Like number 3 was a survey. Didn't really even see that it was coding. I could have done that survey with pen and paper. Forgot to say results.
Restaurant one.
No,
To the one, I think, challenges.
the learning challenges for students.
Who else do we?
Right, who else? I gave 6 to, yeah, 13, I gave him 6 as well.
Yes, I did as well.
Yeah, right,
Rainbow.
yeah,
Outside.
yeah.
And I also Russian.
But I had and it was good, I mean, in terms of, because Steve Rogerson wants us to try and think of which of these also could be turned into proper masters by research. Okay, so like the one that was just a survey, well, obviously not, right? Some of them were just hard, like the lightweight cryptographic one. I didn't understand it.
No, I didn't understand that either.
Number 8, that was.
I quite liked number 4.
Yeah, I like number 4, but I gave her a 5. Let's see, online shopping. Yeah, I couldn't really understand what it was the shop was selling or the e-commerce business was selling.
That's true, that wouldn't explain.
No, so.
But I think you did a good job on the methodology. And it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible. But I mean, that's all right. That's the one thing I like that. They didn't use any code. They just used Gen AI because that was something the local
Yes.
business actually handled, which made sense too. All right, so
After that.
number 4,
I jumped down.
Euro.
Yeah, I didn't like that down. I thought the slides would be complicated.
I started to upgrade that one,
Yeah,
but then it
you
really went downhill.
Yeah, that's what happened. Explain the significance of the loss of the.
But yeah, and then there were graphs. What did they mean?
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand a thing. I couldn't read a thing. How did it work?
You got so far. You got your log in there?
Oh yeah. Let's go through implement 9. What did I give you?
Right, she is number 1.
9.
That topic just so that we. Sheep.
Sheep.
Okay, next one.
Number 6, we all gave
Yes.
ones too. That was the cirrhosis of the liver by Benazir. And then we also
She was the cirrhosis.
cirrhosis.
So that all gave that one 7s, whereas we didn't all give shipping 7s.
No.
That's so far.
Number 4, we all get. So these are the ones we've given good ones. Caroline Duarte, that's the sister girls one.
That's a 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
And rows of 11, we all marked it.
We like number 11, yeah.
And she.
In key, hers was the data breach one. Well, yeah, I didn't actually like that one very much. Well, because I didn't understand. Like, if she said it gave 80% prediction, she had 100 things, which is very small, but then she said she had 80% prediction. What do you mean? You can't predict a notification. I don't understand what it means. Like, maybe she was, like, she seemed to find out what was a good notification should have. That's not predicting anything. Restaurant 1. Number 13.
That was it.
Yeah, we like them. The solar one, screen one. Yeah, there's too much back there, but it means I didn't understand, like, it's meant to help businesses not fail. I mean, it was interesting. Yeah. Yeah, she did a good
And it's
job.
an innovative approach. Compared to organic. Yeah. So I've got 13 full-time less. So if you put in your sandy, that's basically. Sandy detail. All of stuff.
Yeah, it's the last one to get the solar energy.
Benazir is number 1, yes, gross.
Well, we don't need to rank them right now because the 5 we're choosing to the end. No, but the 5 that we choose, they're then going to go on to the next level of competition when they get to explain it more and be better. So, and in terms of feedback that we want to give them, can we brainstorm a bit of that? Are we happy with these 5 now? Yeah. So feedback, I mean, real problems with 2 busy slides.
Yeah.
Okay. Or yeah, 2.
Let's reverse it. So
2.
things that break. Really good slide, but on the, and so that demonstrated trying to make it easy.
Yeah, well, like one of them had text and not readable. And that actually just read the text, it would take more than 3 minutes. Like literally.
I think the ones we did well, actually, even when the slide was complex, they still stepped through the slide.
Yeah, and there was a flow in the slide, yeah. No, it was good. Yeah, and so I think the restaurant one, the slide was this useless picture. I'm going to get a picture.
If you stand there, it's good because you've got your notes. Yes. But one guy made himself invisible. Yes. But once it's good, it was good, but then they stood in front of the slide and then they attempted to turn their back.
Yeah.
Just when I think it through, that's why one of the lads that stood there was very good. She was just in the corner, not she.
The one in the corner, maybe Venezuela.
She was just standing here.
Yeah.
And she was really confident. So just think about the position. Yeah, position to the market. I thought some of them structured for research. Very good to background to what people was, what their data was, what their conclusions, and some even there for future research. And even
Yeah, I don't, that's what the thanking the supervisor was a waste of time. You've got 3 minutes, don't thank them. Don't leave. If I was supervising them, I wouldn't need a lengthy thank you.
I think the ones that did well, yes, they explained their slide and they explained their research, step through to the step by step. Through the proper research structure. So their plan, and I also think that they talk about that in the general audience. Definitely want to paste slow. And that to me didn't matter if they would use notes or it's the one that that's memorized. Jimmy will be lost. Yeah. But then other people pick their notes. Can't find where they're up to. Yeah, it's really, I mean, for something that's 3 minutes, you do lots of notes, so you don't. Lots of them had great interests.
Yeah, but I mean, then, yeah, there weren't very many that had a good ending. Like, very, and like you want to reiterate the impact at the end. It's like, this is going to save lives, or this is going to help these people, you know. That's what you need at the end, to finish off. My research will do this.
And the ones that scored higher did have a strong branding.
Yeah.
Because so many had other elements.
One of the problems that some of them had was that they just ran ahead with like assumed knowledge. Like we had known that they scored on a random forest. It's like, kind of meaningless to anybody unless they know what a random forest is. Right, and then which most people don't. And I had to Google it a few days ago. I only just know what a random forest is now.
I think we have to acknowledge that they need to use tech. Yeah, they really checkers. Yeah, serious research, but at the same time, audiences are going to be as yes. Really find define it. So
Well,
about
the ones who gave the definitions. Yeah, that was good. Whereas what was, you know, we all know the word cirrhosis, but it's what is it? Kidney. And the REM heart thing, I didn't know what the REM heart thing. I don't know what it is. Exactly. Nobody explained what the REM heart thing was or what a smart grid is.
Yes. Yes, and all in 3 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know.
Okay, so we bring them in.
We're good.
Yes, and then
I'm sure we
after we make feedback and I was going to announce the last time or would
you advise if you came to these before?
Yeah.
Do they just want to know who won and then the feedback and then they don't hear it, or is it better to tell them the feedback or they don't hear it?
Feedback, definitely.
First or second?
I think first feedback and then the last part. because so they don't be discounted before. You cannot hear anymore.
Yeah, so let me put their names and Sandy.
Sandy Kumar.
Sent just to get the piece.
Yeah, I think we could say them as use their first names.
Their first name, yeah.
Yeah, say.
Last name first.
No, most of them, most people.
That's all the only it's
Yeah,
going.
Sandy.
Yeah.
Okay. And Shiva,
Shiva.
is that how I say it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Shiva, Benazir, Caroline,
Yeah.
Yenshi.
Yenchi. Sandy Kumar. So this is the 5 people. Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah, and for this analysis I will take the sheet and I will send it to individual in that email.
That's fine. You have to call, I'll put my phone number on, so you can't find my ID. I'll send me that email.
Thank you so much.
Because I don't want to get the wrong message.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
So yes, feel free to call me or send me that email.
Okay. And how long would you like to be talking about feedback individually or?
No,
That's
it's
true.
okay.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Let's have that in the so that you know.
It's only for, it's for
Having,
if students who mastered by coursework students.
but they might not want to
Yeah.
do this.
They could change to mastered by research students.
They've
They've got a good
obviously done
research.
research on like basics, yeah.
Which is
Do you pick up students for this?
I'm not really, I'm really working with academic. Yeah. My job is looking after the academic studies. I'm also look after the consultation. And also James and England.
Thank you, everyone. How's your break? You must be nervous, right? Thank you for thank you for patience, and thank you, judges, for everything you have done for us. And now we would like to invite Professor Dr. Louis King come to our stage to give our feedback and announce the results. Welcome, Louis.
All right. Well, thank you so much for inviting me. I enjoyed that. It's always nice to see students get up and try something that's a bit scary and but really good for your academic studies and just for life to be able to go ahead and present with more confidence and know what the structure is. So good on you for getting up and having a go today. I'm going to give the feedback first and then I'll announce the 5 people who did the best work today. So where's my general feedback? Okay, so firstly, just looking at slides. So the best slides tend to be the ones that keep it fairly simple, like not too cluttered, and try and have a mix of some visuals and some colour and less words, but also the slides sort of follow your presentation as well. So whatever you're saying, we can sort of see that it was good. Some people broke it down. It wasn't line by line. It was very good. There wasn't a lot of dot points. So those ones that sort of managed to fit everything in with some keywords or key visuals that follow the structure of their presentation. So that worked well. you probably know, but you know, when we get nervous, we talk a bit faster. So it's really good to practice slowing that down. But you know, you're often you're under the pressure of 3 minutes, but you want to get it all over and you know jump off this stage. So just try slowing it down because we're trying to learn. Like some of these projects had lots of technical terms, so we just need time to keep up with you a bit. And he's saying that sometimes just explaining, you've got to find balance. You have to use technical words because, you know, you're doing a academic course and you want to appeal to people to talk about academic concepts. But at the same time, like I'm not from a science background, so it's going to take me a little bit longer to understand some of those technical terms. So, for example, Benazir gave us the definition of cirrhosis right at the beginning, because some people might think, oh, is that the disease for the liver? No, it's the eye, you know, like, so it was good, particularly because that was your topic. But other technical words or brand names, just sort of explaining, or a piece of equipment, they're hard because you might have a lot in 3 minutes and really you've got to talk about your project. The ones that did really well, and most of you did a pretty good job of it, but explaining your whole research program project, from why you did it, what the problem was, what your data was, what your findings were, and some overall summary. Lots of you did the really good 1, 2, 3. But the other ones that sort of just pipped it to the post then talked about what you could do with your research and what impact it might make, and did a really strong conclusion on that, rather than just saying, oh, here's my findings and thank you. So really driving home, and that came with the same thing. Most of you did great openings. You know, you opened with confidence, you told us all about it. So practice that at the end, like at the end, get the same enthusiasm. So I've just told you this, and this is why my research is really great, or my project, or, you know, I'm really looking forward to seeing my colleague X take it to the next level, or I'm going to. So just leave it with a punch as well. Oh, and the last one is, so probably not sure if this is the ideal position. So if you want to use notes, which can be good, because sometimes when I'm nervous, I like to look. The downside of that is you're so busy looking for what you've said, you interrupt it anyway. But for people who stood over here, see how you can't really see me very well, especially if you're a bit shorter. So you've got to make sure, you know, you check out the stage and a bit over here. And there were very brave people who did it from memory and stood here. See, also good. But once you start coming over here, but trying to look around for the slide, especially if you're a bit wider. And then if you are standing here, and sometimes even there, try and avoid the temptation of reading off your slides. If you have to, you can actually move. So I'm moving today, go back and read it from here because I'm still looking at you. So you'll know yourself, because all of a sudden there's no microwave and I've lost your voice and I can't see you. Just little tricks. They won't all come at once, but things to keep practicing. So all of you did some of those things really well, and some of you, there's things that you know yourself what will improve on, but we'll just give you a little tips in the feedback. All right, so you want to know who the 5 are? Okay. All right, so Shiva, where are you? Benazir, Caroline or Caroline? Caroline? Caroline. Yenshi and Sandy Kumar. And I think that makes 5. Yeah. All right. And thank you once again. And you should all be really pleased. And it was a pleasure to be here. And did my judges want to say anything else? Any other comments you want to make or add?
No, not really. Just that everybody did a great job, and it was really lovely to see all your projects and stuff. And we all wish you well in your studies. Keep going forward. They're all great projects and great ideas. So it's really good stuff to see. And yeah, we wish you a successful conclusion.
Thank you very much, Louise. You are so nice, and your feedback is so practical and helpful for us. Especially, we have 4 days left to join the competition and challenges. So we hope that every one of us can sharpen our skills to make better presentation and learn from experience today. And thank you so much. Thank you again for Louise, for James, and for Holly for your presence with us. Thank you for everything you have done for the CDU students, for IT students, so that we can better and after graduation, we can really just like focus on IT profession and make a difference. Thank you. And thank you again for every competitors for excellent performance. And we hope that in future you're going to be successful, not only in the career, but also you're going to lead in the IT industry. Thank you. And see you the second round. The final round is Friday for the research competition. So we're gonna choose the winner, of the research competition. And see you on Friday research competition. And thank you for coming. Have a nice day. So we can take a picture together.
All center program.
I can send you the notes, but some of it's already no show without hands.
They're watching that well.
This is all about you.
No, the students need to be in the center, not us.
Let's be on the
We're just judges. Let's move up.
Another picture?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And is the parking also?
Well, you don't need to give at our place. If you wait and then you arrange the free parking at the hotel.
That's what I thought. Right. I'll send my plane and see you then. All right. I'll see you.
Có parking gì? Hả? Yeah, có free parking đó. À, ở Hilton đó hả? Ừ. Yeah.
Để làm sao để
Your photos look good.
em nghĩ chị đấy.